8 p.m. the daily English news broadcasting service brought to you by Arakan Press Network today, Sunday, 12th of February 2017. For me, your daily host, Mr. Sajid Jalal. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Headlines from the APN. UK envoy horrified by stories of Rohingyas. NJF calls upon government not to relocate Rohingya to Tengarchar. UN special reporter to come to Dhaka to observe the Rohingya situation. Tamata forms committee to investigate allegations in UNOHCHR report. And who will speak up for the Myanmar's unwanted Rohingya people? The details are as follows. British High Commissioner in Dhaka, Alison Black, was horrified and moved by the stories she heard from the Rohingyas who fled Myanmar in the face of persecution. They described terrible violence and crimes like those recorded in the recent report from the UNOHCHR. She said after her visit to the Rohingya refugee camp and makeshift settlement at Kutupalang of Cox's Bazar on February 8 and 9. The UK envoy met people who suffered terrible and poor physical and psychological scars. Canadian High Commissioner Benoit Pierre Alarami and Australian High Commissioner Julia Niblett also visited with Black, a trip organized by the International Organization Migration (IOM) and World Food Programme (WFP). Meanwhile, a press release of British High Commission yesterday said some newspaper misquoted Black when she talked to the press during her visit to the Kutupalang Rohingya camp, but judgment about whether this amounted to genocide or ethnic cleansing are not ones that High Commissioner could or did make. Nevertheless, she has no personal doubt that what they describe would be beyond the bounds of acceptable security operations, according to the clarification of High Commission. The Dhaka-based Noakhali Journalist Forum (NJF) has called upon the Bangladesh government not to relocate the Rohingya refugees to the Tengarchar island of Noakhali district from Cox's Bazar. This call not to shift the camp was made to government from an orography held in the Dhaka National Press Club. The speakers were present in the orography said the law and order and social situation will be deteriorated if the Rohingya refugees are relocated to Tengarchar, and drugs including smuggling will be increased. There is the possibility of deforestation and effect on fish farm if the Rohingya are removed there. So the Rohingya should not be shifted to Noakhali at all. There are still tens of thousands of people of the district living under the open sky around the river Arakan, said the speakers of the orography. The UN Special Reporter from Human Rights will come to Bangladesh on 5 days visit on 20 February 2017 to observe the situation of Rohingya who fled to Bangladesh recently. She will visit Cox's Bazar and see the situation of Rohingya refugees, while she will collect the detail of persecution on Rohingya. Ms. Yang Hili will exchange views with the Minister for Foreign Affairs Abdul Hassan Mahmoud Ali, including several other government diplomatic officials. Earlier, the UN official reporter was on the tour from 9 to 21st January in Burma. During her stay in Burma, she visited the terrible Arakan and Kachin state, as well as she had discussion with the State Councillor and Foreign Minister Aung San Suu Kyi, including many other government officials. Later, in a statement sent from Geneva, she said what is happening against Rohingya in Burma is revengeful. There, the Rohingya minority is discriminated and officially denied their rights. Ms. Lee said the previous general election in Burma was desirable of the people of Burma to enjoy their rights and freedom, but they lost their desire, which is a matter of great regret for the people of Burma. Describing her experience of visiting the Rohingya inhabited areas of Arakan state, she said, "I witnessed the burned structures of Rohingya homes with my own eyes, but The government officials said the houses were burned by themselves. This logic was incredible to me. The Tamadot Defense Services issued a news release dated 9th February of 2017 stating it was forming an investigation committee to investigate alleged human rights violation in Myanmar, mentioned in a report released by the United Nations Office of High Commissioner of Human Rights (UNOCHR). The notification says the investigation committee will look into alleged human rights violation and other illegal activities committed during area clearing operation by Tamadot after coordinated attacks in Arakan state on 3 police border guard posts on 9th October last year. Numbering around 1 million people living in western Myanmar, along with several 100,000 refugees and migrants in neighboring countries, there are few peoples in the world as maroon as the Muslim Rohingya. Most are still denied citizenship by Myanmar due to the 1982 law dictated while the country then known as Burma was run by the army. By the end of the dictatorship in 2011 and the rise to power of an elected government last year, headed by one of the world's best-known former political prisoner Aung San Suu Kyi, has done little to help the Rohingya. They have been suffering. They are being tortured and killed simply because they uphold their Muslim faith, said Pope Francis in his latest weekly audience. Of an elected government last year, headed by one of the world's best-known former political prisoner Aung San Suu Kyi, has done little to help the Rohingya. They have been suffering. They are being tortured and killed simply because they uphold their Muslim faith, said Pope Francis in his latest weekly audience. February 8th of 2017. Over the decade, several 100,000 have fled Myanmar to Bangladesh, where they stay in 12 border camps. Tens of thousands more made it to Malaysia and Thailand in recent years, where many are refugees and cannot officially work. And those who roughly 1 million Rohingya left inside Myanmar have faced several bouts of violence at the hands of Buddhist mobs since 2012, resulting in the ethnic cleansing of Rohingya from towns in Arakan state in the west of the country. So this is enough for today from APN English News Service. Thank you for watching our APN News. Please stay tuned for more updates. They are still to come up next every day as usual. If you like our APN, please like us by through the Facebook, subscribe us by through the YouTube, and for more and